Hi all, this video is intended to provide an intelligent introduction to some of the key dimensions of the complex phenomenon known as aging. It is aimed to instill in the viewers that aging is not boring, threatening or depressing phase, but a great human achievement which people are only beginning to understand, adjust and cherish. Definition: aging is the process of getting old where a person experiences deterioration in their health status, activity levels which are both physical and mental. Thus, to summarize, aging is a process of gradual maturation and it is believed to have the positive component of development and the negative component of decline. Senescence, this is the most common term for the decline and refers to those changes which are completely deleterious. Thus, aging is understood as the process of systems deterioration with time. The changes that occur with aging can be categorized as those that result from aging itself and those that result from diseases, lifestyle and exposures. Normal aging or usually normal aging refers to the common complex of diseases and impairments that occur in many old people. Aging, in short, can be sociologically defined as a combination of biological, psychological and social processes that affect people as they grow older. The general perception of age, as I said earlier, is that it could be perceived as a developmental process or as a social problem, but it is all experienced at either at the individual level, social level or societal level. The field that deals with the study of the elderly is called as gerontology, and the other subfields like geriatrics, which focuses on the diseases of the elderly, biogerontology that focuses on the process of reversing the aging procedures, and social gerontology, which studies the biological and psychological and social aspects of aging, are the other subfields of gerontology. Now let's have a quick look at the different ways of defining age. There are basically 4 types of definitions. One is the chronological age, biological age, mental age and socio-cultural age. Chronological age refers to the number of years someone has lived, whereas biological age refers to the functioning of body and its component parts. People's body age at different rates, and a person having no access to nutritious diet, clean air, water, exercise and good medical care is likely to age faster than someone who has already invested a lot on their health. Psychological age or mental age refers to the individual's memory, intelligence, feelings and motivation. A person whose self-esteem is low is unlikely to participate in activities and can often appear much older than a person of similar chronological or biological age. Now coming to the 4th one, the socio-cultural age, it refers to the expectations of society from older people. Regardless of how older people view their bodies, minds and capabilities, society places an extensive limit on their activity and ability to act according to their views. They in fact assign age-appropriate roles to them. Now let's understand what are the different aging types. Basically, there are 3 types of aging: biological, psychological and sociological. Biological aging signs refers to those kind of deterioration that you see in the human body physically. For example, wrinkled skin, grey hair, less metabolic rates, decreased hearing and vision, poor health status, etc. can be categorized under biological aging patterns. Psychological aging, as referred earlier, relates to the loss of memory, depression, dementia, moods of despondency which are experienced by the aging people. Socio-cultural aging again refers to those kind of attitudinal changes which the aged people show towards the society, like disengagement from all activities, decreased interest in appearances, clothing and recreative patterns. There are Other aging types also which we need to understand. This can be categorized into active or productive aging, where the individual tries to remain active all through their life. In fact, during the last 60 years, life expectancy has increased from 40 years in 1950 to 67 years in 2015. This shows that the proportion of older population in India has increased from 5% to 9.6% in absolute number of individuals. It is expected to reach 50% by 2050. This itself is an evidence that the elderly population is trying to remain active and to remain healthy. Next is passive aging or negative aging. This refers to the kind of attitude they have towards their aging phase. They have loss of interest in activities, and they have a negative approach towards the aging parameters. The third one, the healthy aging or successful aging, refers to a process by which deleterious effects are minimized, preserving the function and successfully avoiding the experience of many of the undesirable features of aging. Whether they have disease or not, they remain functional, both physical and mental. Rowe and Kahn characterize successful aging as involving unimpaired cognitive and physical functionality. They are devoid of disease and disability, and they are constantly engaged with life. At the same time, Dr. Murad says that there are also yet another three types of aging patterns. Those are the genetic aging, environmental aging, and hormonal aging. Genetic aging is the normal aging patterns which we usually see. Environmental aging refers to those kind of the socio-cultural and or the physical environment in which an individual is exposed, and the factors affecting those environment can affect their aging patterns too. Hormonal aging refers to the influence of the endocrine system, which can bring in changes in their hormonal distribution or imbalance, which can lead to aging patterns. When we say about healthy aging, it refers to the capacity of the individual to survive amidst the challenges. It refers to the human survival to a specific age, being free of chronic diseases, autonomy in activities of daily life, well-being, good quality of life, high social participation, and only mild cognitive or functional impairment or little or no disability. What are the aging signs that you see in an aging individual? First thing, they seem to be less attractive, less productive, they are more dependent, they are physically and mentally weak, they have impaired memory, poor vision, they constantly need hearing aids, and they show a frequent lack of interest in learning new things. These are just a few of the aging signs which you see in aging individuals. Now we need to understand that when they are having these kind of aging signs in them, they have certain kind of identity crisis in themselves too. This we call as age identity. Age identity is a concept that refers to the inner experience of a person's age and aging process. It is the outcome of the processes through which one identifies with or distances oneself from different aspects of the aging process. It differs for both men and women. Beyond the effects of chronological age, older age identities were associated with more pessimistic dispositions about cognitive aging. Now let's see what are the three types of age that we can acknowledge. One is the perceived age, the desired age, or the mental or the feel age. Perceived age or the look age refers to how others see the individual, how they are going to assess their age of the other person. The feel age or the mental age, which is the second one, refers to what the individual is actually feeling about their own age. And finally, the desired age or the felt age refers to what is the actual aged person's desired age to be felt by others. Now let's see what are the major factors that influence the aging pattern in an individual. Of course, yes, the lifestyle definitely matters, the health status, their capability in managing their stress levels, the physical environment to which they are exposed, the socio-cultural context which exposes them to several kinds of role restrictions and behavioral restrictions, the emotional support mechanisms present in the society in which they are living, and the medical facilities. These are the major factors that influence the aging pattern in the individual. So what exactly the aging phase is? It is just a part of a developmental phase and is not a problem for all, as it's being misconceived. It is just the attitude which matters. So what can we do? Instead of taking it as a problem, take it as a new phase with lots of promises and face the challenge with the right coping strategies. What are the things that we need to do for their requirements, for the elderly especially? Aging phase, since it presents both challenges and opportunities before the elderly, we are sure to acknowledge that there could be an increased demand for primary health care and long-term care systems. Therefore, services of larger and better trained workforce has to be arranged. Emphasis on the need for environment to be made more age-friendly is yet another factor. We also need to give primacy to the policies which includes elderly in most of the activities of the society. So what are the consequences that we could get as a result of the provisions that we give? We would be able to improve their contributions as the elderly people of society towards their family, towards their local community or neighborhood, or towards to their society as a whole. Now, could you please try answering these questions after hearing all these slides? With that, we come to the end of this presentation and hope it could at least throw some light towards the concept of aging. With that optimistic note, curtailing for the time being, if ever you found this video educative, kindly share and your subscription would be highly appreciated. Thank you once again.